Welcome to the third antiphon, O Root of Jesse. O Root of Jesse, standing as a sign among the peoples, before you kings will shut their mouths, to you the nations will make their prayer. Come and deliver us, and delay no longer. And then the poem by Malcolm Guite, O Radix. All of us sprung from one deep hidden seed, rose from a root invisible to all. We knew the virtues once of every weed, but severed from the roots of ritual, we surf the surface of a wide-screen world and find no virtue in the virtual. We shrivel on the edges of a wood, whose heart we once inhabited in love. Now we have need of you, forgotten root, the stock and stem of every living thing, whom once we worshipped in the sacred grove. For now is winter, now is withering, unless we let you root us deep within, under the ground of being, graft us in. O Radix Jesse. Radix is the Latin word for root, from which we get our word radical, which means going to the root of things. And Malcolm Guite's poem is about that, returning to the root of all things. But first a little about the antiphon itself. It is taken from Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1. A shoot shall come from the stock of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. The prophet was speaking to the people of Israel in exile, giving them hope that God will bring them back to their own land. It seemed to them in their exile that they, the descendants of Jesse, had been cut back to almost nothing. But Isaiah promises that a shoot will spring up out of the stump that appears to be dead, and it is this shoot, God's chosen one, the Messiah, who will save his people. Lineage, ancestry, and family trees play a very significant role in the Jewish scriptures, and in the New Testament both Matthew and Luke include Jesus' family tree, with Jesse as the father of David. Ancestry can be fascinating, but it can also be beguiling in a negative way, a source of racism, xenophobia, and hatred, especially when people start talking about the purity of blood. Paul, however, reminds us that we are all, regardless of our own ancestry, regardless of where we come from, we are all grafted into the stock of Jesse through faith in Jesus, who of course himself is the descendant of Jesse. So we have a paradox and a mystery here. The man Jesus is the offspring of Jesse, but the cosmic Christ, the pre-existent Christ, is the creator of everything that is the source and root of all things, including Jesse, including Jesus the man, and us. We have both our source and our fulfillment in God, a mystery that deserves pondering. Which brings us back to the poem. Malcolm Guite says, yes, there was a time when we knew our roots, knew too our place in creation alongside every living thing, knew even the particular gifts and healing properties of every plant, their virtues, the same plants that we now regard as weeds. Once, when we were pagans, or even as Christians in the past, we had not forgotten these things. But now, in our obsession with virtual reality, with our mindless browsing of the web and social media, we have all but lost touch with our roots and with any true sense of who we really are. Now is winter, now is withering, unless we let you root us deep within, under the ground of being, graft us in. So, as we understand that our origins and our future are in God, we cry out, O root of Jesse, come to deliver us, and do not delay.